welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a short practice for the neck and the shoulders. We tend to hold a lot of tension there, and just from looking down at screens or just going about the world. So hopefully this practice can help release some tension in those areas. And we're going to hold poses for a bit less time than we would hold typical yin poses, just because it's going to be a shorter class. So let's get into it. So you can begin just by slowly rolling the shoulders back. Really being slow with this movement. Maybe looking up and then down. And then reversing the circles in the other direction. And really trying to be big with this movement. And take your time. And then returning back to center. And we're going to do some seated cat-cows. So placing the hands on the knees and beginning to arch the spine forward as you inhale. And then rounding the back as you exhale. And you can continue like this or take any kind of fluid movement that feels good. So maybe some circles with the body. And then returning back to center. And we're gonna get into our first pose. So first you can scrunch your ear all the way up to that right shoulder, really trying to scrunch the ear and the shoulder together. So you're feeling that length in the left side of the neck, holding here for a few seconds, breathing. And then releasing that shoulder, we're going to reach the arm up and place the left hand on that right ear. And maybe you want to crawl those right fingertips out. And really drawing the left ear to left shoulder, making sure you're not pressing on the ear, but just gently resting the hand. And we're going to stay here for a little bit, opening up that right side of the neck. Really breathing here. And gently beginning to release that hand, bringing the left hand back to the ground. Maybe moving the neck a couple times, side to side. And then returning back to center And we're going to scrunch our left ear to left shoulder like we did on the other side. So really scrunching and contracting. And releasing that left shoulder, reaching the right arm up, and placing that right hand on the left ear. Maybe reaching those left fingertips out to the side. And again, try not to press too hard on that right or on that left ear. Just gently letting the hand rest. And lengthening in that left side of the neck. And slowly releasing that right hand. Maybe taking a twist to one side and then the other side. And returning back to center. And we're just going to do a quick eagle arm variation. So you can begin to draw your right arm under the left and wrap the two arms together as much as you can. It doesn't have to be wrapped all the way. And just holding here for a moment, really feeling that stretch in the back. And then if you like, you can begin to move those eagle arms up and then down, drawing the chin into the chest as you look down. And releasing those arms out wide, opening the chest. And we're going to do that on the other side. So bringing that left arm underneath the right and wrapping the arms together as much as you can. And staying here for a moment. And then if you like, you can bring those eagle arms up and then down, drawing the chest or drawing the chin in as you go down, looking up as you bring those arms up. So really opening the back here. And then whenever you're ready, releasing those arms out wide and opening the chest. And from here, we're going to make our way into a tabletop position. So coming onto your hands and knees, and maybe you want to take a couple cat-cows here, arching up to the sky as you inhale, and rounding as you exhale. Again, feel free to take any kind of fluid movement here that feels good. So maybe some circles in the body. Just listening to whatever your body is needing. And then meeting back at that neutral tabletop whenever you're ready. And we're going to make our way into a thread the needle pose. So trying to keep those knees and hips in line. We're going to reach that right arm up to the sky and then thread it under the left arm so that right shoulder is pressing down on the mat. And if you want to go a little further, you can always extend that left arm out, but no need to go super deep. Really breathing into the twist here. And slowly, whenever you're ready, beginning to unthread that needle and reaching the right arm back up to the sky and placing it down on the mat, back in your all fours position. And let's move right into the other side. So reaching the left arm up to the sky and then threading it under the right, making sure that left shoulder is pressing down on the mat and trying to keep those knees and hips in line. Option again to stretch that right arm forward, but just listening to whatever feels best for you. And breathing deeply. And slowly, whenever you're ready, beginning to on thread that needle and reaching the left arm back up to the sky. And returning that hand to the mat. Again, you can take some cat-cows here. Option to flip the wrists backward and take some movement here. And then returning back to neutral tabletop whenever you're ready. And let's make our way into a melting heart pose. So you're gonna walk the hands about a handprint forward towards the top of the mat. And trying to keep those knees and hips in line. Again, you're gonna draw your chest down to the mat. Maybe the forehead touches the mat. So you're really feeling it in the upper back. And if you feel any pain or tingling in the arms, you can spread those arms further or wider across the mat. If you have a blanket, you can always place a blanket underneath the knees if your knees are feeling sensitive. And just surrendering and melting into the earth. Breathing deeply, try not to hold the breath in any way. And slowly staying low to the ground, you need to slide back into your child's pose. So it can feel nice to do a closed leg child's pose here with the arms reaching back, forehead on the mat, and maybe rocking the forehead a couple times side to side, tapping into that third eye space. And letting the effects of that pose sink in. And now, staying low to the ground, let's begin to slide forward onto our bellies. And now we're going to make our way into a broken wing pose. So you can reach the right arm out into a T right by your side, and then tent those left fingertips up on the other side right near your face. And from here, we're going to move and draw that right foot back behind, or that left foot back right behind the right leg. So you should really be feeling this in that right shoulder area. And remembering to breathe deeply. And slowly beginning to release that left leg back and rolling back on to your belly. And we're just going to get right into that on the other side. So reaching the left arm out into a T shape, tenting up the right fingertips near your face, then rolling onto that left hip and bringing the right foot to step behind that left leg. Really deep opening here. And the deeper you breathe, the more you're going to feel the pose. And whenever you're ready, releasing that right leg, bringing it back to meet the left, and slowly rolling back on to your belly, and pressing back up and into a brief child's pose. Maybe this time with your arms stretched forward and your knees wide on the mat. And just pausing here for a few moments. And let's begin to crawl those fingertips back up and coming to meet in a comfortable seat to end our practice. And maybe here you want to take a few neck circles just to finish it off. Circling the neck in one direction and then the other. Maybe rolling the shoulders one more time. And coming back to center. And that's it for today's practice. I hope your shoulders are feeling a bit less tense and your neck is also feeling better. If you like Yin Yoga videos like this, please subscribe to my channel to see some more Yin videos. And thanks so much for practicing with me, and I'll see you again next time.